Season 2 of the Pat and JT podcast.
Oh man, I'm here at last. The best time, always gonna be the best. Come on!
All right, a little pro tip, a little inside baseball for a second.
Really?
If you follow us, whether it's Pat is a boy or that other JT or it's Pat and JT, Instagram, Twitter, or Facebook, you may have seen a little video of our good friend, and he's been on the show before, Van Deeb. We are able to be part of a very special recording of his podcast yesterday. Us and everybody here at Hurrdat Media, and it was really cool. He the video's out there. Check it out, and make sure that on Monday, was it 19th? Is it the 19th of October? On Monday, October 19th. And if you're listening to this afterwards, and just go search the Van Deeb podcast and listen to the one that drops on that day, because it's he proposes to his girlfriend Jaquel, and it's awesome. It's all on video, and it's the episode. It's just incredible. It took her by surprise.
It was so much fun, just because he was smooth. I mean, seriously, he had this down, and it was a great podcast. Besides that, because she's fascinating, she's got her hand in so many different projects, and she has some great platforms she supports, and she's also does pageants. So she did this pageant because it gave her a platform to talk about. She teaches, and so she sees a lot of bullying in children, and she has a book out called From Bully to Bestie, and talks about a different approach to deal with a bully, because generally they're insecure, right? Generally, they're going through something somewhere else in their life that causes them to lash out at somebody who's weaker, because they just need the outlet, they need the release. But there's something else that's going on, or because they're probably being bullied in some other aspect of their life, and that's why they turn and do it. But she's just so cool, and she's Miss Nebraska for America is the name of the pageant system that she won for Nebraska, so she's going to be running for Miss America. Miss America for America, right?
Miss America,
Miss America.
Because it's Miss Nebraska for America, so it's Miss America for America, the Fork America pageant. It's a mouthful.
For America pageant is what it is.
And I'm pissed because I have a half written book now. It's called From Bestie to Bully. Pat's fed up.
Otherwise, and I'm like, hashtag get over it.
Yeah, hashtag butch up. Yeah, so I got to talk to her publicist about that crap.
Talk about inside baseball.
Right.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, so a long time ago, when we were on the radio, and I told a story about something that happened to me when I was driving to work when I thought I saw UFOs, but as it was a little foggy, and as I started getting closer to where I saw the UFOs, I thought it ended up being just the lights in the Walmart parking lot that were hovering, but it was foggy.
They look like little spaceships on top of the poles.
And it was
I get it.
And I thought, oh God, the formations are here.
They're coming to
It wasn't. So this morning, I get up really early, like always, and just chill, watch some TV, and decide to go up and get in the shower. And I'm in the bathroom. Don't have the water on yet, just because I'm brushing my teeth.
Okay. You don't have the water on while you're brushing your teeth?
Not the shower water.
Oh.
I didn't have the shower on. Because I usually brush my teeth in the shower, but for some reason this morning I didn't. All the time.
I don't do that.
All the time.
Okay.
And so I'm here. I hear this like car alarm, like distant car alarm. And it's like going,
horn.
Like, but it didn't sound like the horn. It sounded like an actual alarm.
Oh.
And it's like going. And
like a house alarm, maybe?
No, well, yeah, but it was like, because I've had a house alarm go off before, and that's like an inside thing. This was outside. Like I could hear. So I thought, I first thought car alarm. So I thought, okay, well, that's weird. It went on like 90 seconds still going on. I'm thinking, okay, well, I mean, somebody obviously has to hear that. I mean, it's 4 in the morning. Somebody has to hear this.
Somebody obviously has to hear
So I get in the shower, and it was not a shave day. So it was like 4 minutes in and out. Clean the hot spots and get out.
Highly efficient, I'm sure.
Right? Oh, I get down. I wash, scrub, squirts, clean.
Any place where skin touches skin, right?
Which unfortunately is a lot more places now than it was before COVID. But that's a totally different issue. So I get done with the shower and I'm drying off and I hear still. I'm like, holy, I was getting mad. I'm like, this 4 in the morning and there are people trying to sleep. For God's sake, someone, whoever, even if you call police, get this car out of here.
Yeah.
And then I started thinking, well, this is, and then it like went, and then it started, I'm like, well, that's kind of an offbeat kind of thing. So then I realized, wait, that's not a car alarm. Hold on a second. And I'm like, it's something from in our house. It's something in here. And I'm like, wait, no, it's in the bathroom. And I'm looking around, I'm thinking, what is this?
What's going on?
And I lower my ears down to like all Beth's like hair products, and one of her little aerosol cans was leaking out of the top, going like a little. And I took a video of it. I'll put it on. You have to really crank up the volume and put it right by the speaker, but it was just loud enough where it sounded like a distant alarm.
Oh my god! And so one of those I hate when aerosol and you lose the lid. Invariably, it ends up someplace it's not supposed to be, and it sprays.
Yeah.
Oh, wait.
And the lid was on, and it was just going.
The lid was on, and it was leaking.
Lid was on, and it was just like a little. It was like a little tiny, beep, 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 little squirts, little whatever's, little air.
Do you realize how combustible all those things are?
Oh,
and you think about all the aerosol cans, or especially not so much anymore, but anything that's pressurized like that you have in the drawer,
right? Or next to the hot curling iron or whatever. You sit down there.
Yeah, you hope not.
Yeah.
But, oh my god, that's hilarious.
Yeah.
So nobody else heard it but you.
No, I sent the video to Beth. Yeah.
That's good. I'm glad you didn't call the police.
No, I didn't. I was pissed. I was mad.
So I saw this story the other day, and I'm not even sure what it got printed at. It might have been the World Herald. It's through an app that I have called Smart News. So it gathers all kinds of sources, nationwide, worldwide, politics, business, etc. And trending story popped up on my phone, and it was in Omaha. And I'm like, well, that doesn't happen very often. Right. So Omaha police, I'll read from the first paragraph, had to remind a West Omaha man this weekend that being nude in the backyard violates decency standards.
Well,
he's 43 years old and lives in Pacific Meadows, by the way, 156th and Pacific.
That's not a place where you'd normally think that somebody would be out walking around naked in their backyard.
Oh, he has a hot tub and an in-ground pool.
Well,
right, and according to neighbors, he uses both in the nude. Not just one neighbor.
Oh,
neighbors.
Multiple, plural.
That was the second complaint that they had received from him. They spoke to the man, and he challenged them to name a law that he was breaking. He said that they should go,
like 2 or 3 of them.
They should go fight real crime, and told them that this was complete BS. And he used all the letters. So the call came from a neighborhood mom whose daughter's bedroom overlooks the guy's yard.
That's right. I would maybe would make a call at that point. If it didn't, then leave the dude alone, but 100%.
100%. They had a 58-second video.
You don't want to see those bobbers in the hot tub.
Showed the guy getting out of his hot tub.
Gross.
Standing up and stretching.
No, dude. Don't help us. Help you, really?
The camera then pans to the yard next door where a 3-year-old is playing on a swing set. Which literally was about 3 feet from the guy, but there was a fence.
Oh, man.
And another woman told police she could see him out of her kitchen window and happened to catch him at 10:45 Sunday morning, nude in the hot tub. So Omaha police did issue him a citation for indecent exposure, but he was not home when they went to deliver it. So I'm sure they left it on the door.
I don't know. I'm on both sides. I get it.
I have to say.
And when Jack Nicholson was in town, he was walking around nude when they were filming about Schmidt, and he got in trouble.
I remember that.
That's even worse.
I kind of not relate, but I kind of understand. I can't understand if you literally have a backyard that butts up to another backyard. I mean, you can see the backside of the house across the way. Come on.
Put your pants on.
Exactly.
Have some decorum.
Exactly. They can see you.
Yes.
That's how it goes. That's why I keep adding more trees to my backyard.
Right.
So people can't see me.
Right.
So when I go out my backyard, I don't have houses behind me, but there's a church. But when the trees are in the summertime, it is completely, it's like blocks off everything. And on both sides, there's a house on both sides of me, but neither one of them can see in my backyard. Till now. One of the houses was vacant for a long time. To be honest, the owner passed away, and she'd lived there for 40 or 50 years since it was brand new.
Oh,
she was the original owner.
That's cool.
And seriously, sweetest little lady. And it had been left then vacant. They'd been taking care of it, but apparently they're getting ready to sell it, and so they're doing some sprucing up. And so there are people over there, like a swarm of people. There's people inside painting. All the walls or all windows were papered over.
Flipper flopping it right
oh
now.
my
Let's
God.
go.
Yeah.
Let's get
They're
after
cutting
it.
the shrubs away from the side.
Awesome.
They're painting the trim work. They're working on the gutters. I mean, there's so many different
So
crews over there.
now another side note is now you got to worry about who your neighbor is going to be.
I
coming up here in
know.
the next 6-8 weeks.
Because I never saw her.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think she even went upstairs. The house is kind of a tri-level.
Yeah.
And upstairs was the only window that could see into my backyard after a tree had been taken out.
Okay.
So that was the only window. Didn't even think about it because it was shades were always drawn on it. No big deal.
Were you like nude back there to worry about people looking at you?
No. But if you go out if you're out at there's a pool. So if you are running around outside, I just never considered anybody could ever see me.
Right.
And so maybe when I go home, I don't have all my clothes. Like I might just have a t-shirt on and t-shirt and just doing stuff.
Well,
or
that's
t-shirt
fine.
and shorts. But
What's fine? That's fine. Who cares about that?
but
Have you run out there with just your brassiere on before? See? Okay, you have. That's what we're getting at.
maybe or just not it. And
What?
had my shirt on.
Oh, I
Just
meant
a
like
t-shirt,
nothing.
not naked. No, not naked. Not a chance. No, never. No, I never.
Because
Have.
God forbid you trip, break your neck, and she's out.
That's always the
we
thought,
found
right?
Jill folded over a rock in her backyard. Her dead. Uh-oh.
Is that not always the thought? So funny that you say that to our buddy Allie. Did you see where she had wisdom teeth pulled?
Yeah.
And she talked about the thing that she did right before she left to go get her wisdom teeth pulled
I didn't see that.
was to clean her toilet because she was.
Oh, yes. So if she gets sick, she doesn't have to puke in a. Yeah.
That she was thinking ahead.
Yes. Okay.
But always think ahead about what if you don't
should.
come home.
You're 100% right. But Allie, if you're listening, hopefully you are, don't puke in the toilet anymore. Puke in the kitchen sink.
That's awful. Don't do that.
No, it's not. It's the same stuff. You put the food in your mouth. Granted, it's bile, but think about how gross your disposal is anyway. All that filth and gook, it stinks. And Beth taught me that. It's brilliant. I haven't had to puke since she taught me that, but
It doesn't come up that often.
It's
I mean,
brilliant.
literally.
Like she's puked twice since I've known her. Both in the kitchen sink. Sprayed it down, clean it.
I can't.
Garbage disposal.
I have to. If I'm gonna, because I have such an aversion to it, and I know I need to, that I'll do everything I can not to. But I have to literally, like
Bend over
in order to.
But think,
to
and
make it
that's,
happen.
and I get what
I can't just stand there and do it.
You are literally you're holding on to what you
Put my bum
poop
on.
in.
When I put my bum on.
Yes.
I
I mean,
know.
it- so-
I know.
I-
That's why you
yeah.
keep it clean.
I get it. Yeah, keep it as clean as you possibly can. Okay, sorry.
So
go
anyway,
ahead. So you're naked
but
in the
yeah,
backyard.
so that's what's popped up because I walk outside. Okay, Jack likes to play with the frisbee, right? So I walk out and I have a little porch that I walk out, and I throw the frisbee and I walk. But when I walk out, I'm in full view of my neighbor's windows
window.
that I can now see, which I couldn't see.
So do you have to get like a tall, like mature tree in order to cover that up now, or is it?
I'm thinking just put a screen on the deck.
Get a hold of Eric Crouch and get some sort of sunshade situation going on from Crouch Recreation.
I need to because I look over there and I see that window.
Especially when you have new people there.
Yeah, and they can see my entire backyard.
Who is your like perfect neighbor? Besides
The one that
vacant,
just passed away.
Besides vacant house. Dead one?
No, that should be right before she did.
her,
'Cause
not
she
a dead
was
one?
Just nice and quiet, and she just
Okay.
stayed in her house, and
But
she
wouldn't it-
would sit out in her front yard. She liked to sit out the front door,
Okay.
because she could see see the street, see the cars and people walking and stuff like that. But that was perfect.
Okay.
Yeah,
So not like a
family of four.
No. I can imagine that would be not
Of
it.
6.
But I'm thinking of like a 45 to 55-year-old salt and
Excuse
pepper
me?
man. He's not
Okay.
single. He's widowed and it's a tragic story. So he's injured, like he's emotionally.
He's damaged.
Yes, he's damaged. He's a runner and it shows, like Michael Scott said. He
Love
does
that.
like
anything that quotes Michael Scott,
Right.
you know is going to be right.
So it's this guy, and he's home a lot, but he travels a lot too. Makes a lot of money,
Because he's financially independent, secure.
and he likes cougars. Would that,
Well,
would
that wouldn't necessarily be cougar in that situation.
I gave you a 10-year window.
You gave me a nice window.
I
It could
gave
be
you
both
so
ways.
it depends on what right or left side of the window.
I think there has to be more than a few years to be a cougar. Because if
Yeah,
they're
what
in
is-
your age group, it's not a cougar.
If they're in your decade, okay.
But anyway, I don't know if I'd like that.
Too much pressure.
Yeah, if things go south. I got a mortgage.
That's a good point.
right?
Yeah.
It's not like I can just pick up and leave.
That's true.
But then again, I do a pretty good job of avoiding everybody.
Yeah.
Anyway, but for the most part, I think it's like I always said, good fences make good neighbors. And generally you don't, if you're lucky, I've got great relationships with the people that I know in my circle, but I don't.
That's it. Relationships. You're good with them, but you don't hang out all the time.
Yeah.
We had, when I was younger and we lived in our first house, and look, our neighbors 2 houses down, we were great friends. And that was awesome at that stage in life. Kids were the same age, whatever. But now in our neighborhood, like we know people. We have great relationships. Hey, what's up? Guy next door, his name's Gene. Call him Gene Jacket. What's up, Gene Jacket? And like, we're great. They're older, all older.
Yeah.
So, and just having good relationships, but not the pressure of, oh my God, please don't knock on the door. We don't want to drink tonight in the driveway. Just don't, right? You know what I mean? That's what it is.
It is. Cause it's just, it's like they're in your home. They're in your house.
Yeah.
And then there's no boundaries. Mm-hmm. That's where things go south.
Yeah.
Or can. So fortunately, no, that hasn't been the case. There's a couple people on my circle. I've never seen them outside their house. Seriously. Yeah. I've been there 11 years. And I've never seen the person that lives 2 houses to the west of me.
I get it. A lot of people do things in their backyard. They don't do a lot in their front. I mean, they just don't.
And I'm sure that most of them are saying the same thing about me.
Like, who's that lady? We see naked in her backyard all the time.
No, I'm not, though. I'm not. Just nobody can see back there. But I do wonder, though, too, because I have the 6-foot fence, around. And so in between the slits a little bit, you can somewhat see in the backyard, which does kind of bother me because so many people walk by my backyard.
Oh, yeah. I'm sure they've looked at it, especially if they see like the glimmer of like blue of a pool. They'll be like, oh my gosh, what she got?
Right.
Or he got, whatever.
And it's a popular path. So, cause I don't have houses, like I said, it's a street behind me cause I'm on a circle. And so I've thought about that cause there are coverings you can buy that you can put on fences so people can't see through them.
Yeah.
And I've really considered it, and it'd be twofold. It would make me feel better. And then Jack can't see them and go crazy because he sees people walking by.
But just don't do the first. Just say it's because of Jack. Because it I'm just saying.
Okay, I'll blame the dog.
Just blame the dog.
I just got to figure out what I'm going to do about this window situation to the east of me.
Yeah, just put something, little blinder up or like
find something that can grow over there in the corner.
That grows super fast.
Super fast.
Put some gasoline on that bush.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what else I can do because from everywhere in the yard you can see that window.
Yeah. I don't know.
And since that tree got taken down,
I can't wait to see who buys that house.
Right now, no idea. It's just a bunch of workers out there.
I hope it's going to be an in-home daycare.
Oh,
it's
God.
what I hope. It's a lady who her dream, her entire life has been able to service multiple children.
Oh,
so
God.
she takes care of them, and she has the max, I think, for the state is like 10 kids per adult. Who knows?
I don't know.
I hope she's tickling that limit, and it is just. It's called cul-de-sac. I was going to say cul-de-sac of fun, cul-de-sac of love daycare.
Nah. I hope not.
You never even thought about that, did you?
No.
In-home daycare, you just never know.
No, everybody on my circle is older, and they've all been there for a long time except for one house. And they moved in about 7 years ago, and they're on the very end of the circle, and they've got 4 kids. But you never see them around because they got a huge backyard. They're always
awesome.
back there.
Yeah, I love being in a neighborhood where there's older folks.
Oh, it's awesome.
They stay to themselves. They don't bother you. They bring you tomatoes. Love it.
What do you need them or not?
That's right. It's what they do.
So anyway,
all right, you guys. Thanks for listening to our podcast. Have an awesome weekend. I mean, it's halfway through Friday. We're posting this, but whatever. Thanks. It's Pat and JT. Thanks for listening.
Pat and JT Podcast, a Hurrdat Media Production.